Hello, and thank you for joining Ascending Abundance YouTube channel. My name is Paul Sverdlin, and I explore strategies on how to make a lot of money quickly. It's building wealth. It's probably not going to be that quick or that easy, but I'm definitely exploring strategies on how to become wealthier and richer by making more money as opposed to saving and spending less and joining the FIRE community that is just living frugally and minimizing their needs. My needs and my family needs are expanding. I'd like to have the abundance mentality, and I explore ways on how to accomplish this. So thank you for tuning on this channel. Today we're going to review a deal that was offered by the fruitful investor Matt Pichet himself. I'm a big fan. I've listened to all of his videos over the last 8 years, literally all of them except for very small ones. Matt's a great guy. He's offering fantastic deals and opportunities to investors, and now he's in Florida and he's offering to partner up with him. If you watch his videos on Fruitful Investors, Matt, big shout out, great guy. So I reached out. I thought, well, maybe there's something for me that I could explore and maybe invest with Matt and learn from Matt. And that's another aspect of investing with Matt Pichet, is that you would get to learn his strategies. And this one is buying a Florida property, putting in quite a bit of work, making it an AirBnB investment, and then obviously renting it out, holding for about 5 years, selling it, and then splitting profits 50-50 with Matt. So I looked at it, looking good, great property, needs work, absolutely. According to the calculations, you can rent that Airbnb for a decent amount of money, high season, mid-season, low season, they're long weekends, great assumptions. You're putting in about $400,000. The investor puts in the down payment, takes the mortgage, puts in the money for renovation and staging, all of the closing costs. All in all, $287,000 invested. And then with all the mortgage payments and all the other expenses, the net cash flow overall on this property projection, $10,000 a year. Then we kind of hold it for 5 years and we sell it. So I go, okay. I send a note to Matt saying I'd like to explore this, and I believe the 5% appreciation on the property that is, he said, about $535,000 after repairs. So 5% appreciation after 5 years is going to go to $682. Not bad. There is a mortgage at 8% interest rate. That's going to get paid down. You're left with $266,000. Not too bad. Selling expenses, I've put it at 8%. That's because customary in US, I know that the realtors are charging about 6% commission. Plus, you're gonna need to repaint the house, you're gonna prepare it for stage it, you're gonna need to pay some remedies, because the buyer will inspect the property and inspectors always find something to do. Then there's obviously title insurance, there's some holding costs as you're selling the property. So to me, 6% realtor commission plus a couple of percentages for selling made sense. So we're getting $682 after the selling expenses. With paying off the remaining of the mortgage, we're left with $360,000 from sale. Not too bad. But we've put in $287. So the capital gain on that investment is $75,000. Now, Matt said we're going to make about $10,000 or $50,000 over 5 years in cash from Airbnb. So overall, we're making $125,000 in 5 years. That's $62,000 per partner because it's a 50% share, and that's a 4% rate of return for the investor. I was a little taken aback. I thought this is too low. Maybe I made a mistake. I sent these calculations to Matt. He came back to me saying, yeah, it kind of makes sense, other than this is way too conservative. We're probably going to get better appreciation, so let's say 7%. We probably going to spend less on selling expenses because he's got these great deals with local realtors, and the property is going to be in pristine condition. So we say, fine, cut the selling expenses in half. It's going to be just 4% of the selling price. And that Airbnb, it's not going to be $10,000. It's going to be $15,000 because our Airbnbs are going to get great returns, great reviews. People are going to come back, and we're just going to rock. Okay, these are more optimistic scenario. Better numbers. I would shoot for that. I'll be happy with this. We're making way more money at the end of the day. Every partner is taking in 120,000, 50-50, and we're up for, wow, 7.3% rate of return. Matt, I kind of came back to him, say, to me personally, making between 4 and 7.5% rate of return after 5 years, taking on a mortgage, locking into 187,000, transferring money cross border, doing income taxes, doing foreign currency conversions, doing the legal paperwork to buy the house, to get the mortgage, to this, that. I mean, and then selling it at the end of the day. All of that is too much hassle and too much risk to be making between 4 and 7%. Like, that's not the rate of return I would aim for. In fact, if I had partners and investors, I would not offer anything below 10, 12, even 15% to my partners. So with that, I just kind of said, thank you, Matt. I'd love to learn from you, and I'd love to invest in Florida, but not at these types of deals. So there is no real fruit on that tree for me to pick. If there are investors who are keen on getting in there and they're excited and they have cash on the sidelines, they don't care about getting a mortgage, and they just really want to go invest with Matt, more power to him. I wish I was at that stage where people would be just throwing money at me. I would aim to offer them higher rates of return than these ones. And it's still possible to make more. I mean, don't get me wrong, maybe that Florida property is just going to appreciate and skyrocket just like it did here in Canada a couple of years ago. But I would not aim for that. I would continue searching for these deals and cover them in this Ascending Abundance YouTube channel. So thanks so much for tuning in. If you want to partner up, if you just want to chat, just want to discuss anything, have any thoughts whatsoever on how can we jointly add value to each other, please leave a comment, like, subscribe, hit any of those buttons, and thank you. Tune in.